What's going on? YouTube world. Steve, Dave, IRP 230. Old school style.
For now.
Vincenzo will be on here at some point. I don't know where he's at. I mean, it's somewhere completely unfamiliar. So we'll let him inform you when he gets here.
Well, that's still the plan. Like, I would assume.
When and if he arrives, because you never know.
If he doesn't, one of us will know, and we will be able to inform the masses. Even though right now there isn't masses.
That one will know before me.
Well, that's true because you use your phone. And like, I feel like I need to get this out of the way because if I'm being honest, all of us should feel like shit. The week before last, we didn't even think to send our well wishes to Orlando. Like, I thought about that all last week, and I'm like, mother effer. Like, I feel like shit. Not that, like, granted, everybody who watches us follows Orlando. They saw his posts. They saw follow-ups from his son on his initial video stating what was going on with him. Again, it's one of those in which we love Orlando. Like, hands down, he's one of the nicest, most genuine people I think you could ever come across. He loves everybody.
How he does that, I don't know.
I don't either. And everybody loves him, which is another thing. I don't know how he does. But, like, he's just so, you know, our group chat that we have, you know, we did everything we could to kind of keep all of us in the loop as far as status updates and things along those lines. So it's nice to hear that the surgery went well. He's already back at home. He's already making videos, which is good to see. So keep getting better, Orlando. I know a lot of people are looking forward to still seeing you at National. As everybody knows, we will not make it this year for reasons. I mean, technically, I could go. Like, it's not a monetary thing. A lot of it's more taking care of the dog and the kid thing. Not to mention, I think it's a little too late to be trying to iron out flights and seeing if our place of residence would still be available. But we kind of fair warned everybody kind of early on as soon as I kind of knew what was going on. But again, for those who didn't know, if you are watching us and you were unaware of Orlando, I'm not going to mention what he had surgery for. Go watch the video. It's not our place to. I know other people have said it. It's out there on the internet. However, again, I don't feel like you need to hear it from him. But at a bare minimum, surgery went well. He's at home recovering, which is awesome to hear. So glad you're back and kicking it, my friend. Hopefully we'll see you pop in here. At least say hi. But I wanted to get that out of the way because, again, I felt like a complete and utter asshole that we didn't even bother to mention it.
I know, and that was something that was on my mind like that day. I'm like, we got to bring it up right away, and then just whatever happened, it just bing.
Yeah. See, and same thing. It was
wood, and with the wind at his back, and it just kept soaring, and I completely spaced it. And I think it was like the next day. I'm like, did we even mention anything? Oh my God. So yeah, we're going to get better, get well.
Yeah, that was definitely not done on purpose at all. And I didn't even bother to think to put it in the chat and be like, I feel like such an asshole. We didn't even bother because, like, what good would it have done? Not that Orlando would have seen it, but
No, but
anyways,
age in life, not good excuses, but age in life, and then you're forgetful, and that's
yeah. Well, too much. I mean, too much stuff going on. And again, like, I'm not trying to say that any of our
like
lives are more hectic than anybody else's, but there you would think with the three of us, we
one of
would
us.
like one of us would have just like I don't know. So for that, we apologize, but I at least wanted to get it out of the way. So,
And
anyways.
hopefully that doesn't affect our voting for the vintage community on the YouTube.
We would so this is interesting. Let's touch on this real quick though, Dave, before we dive into other stuff. Because like one of the quads, or is that one of the 6-ways, or is it an 8?
No, it's just a quad.
It's the quad.
Ugla, Hanley, a familiar signature, and an actual Hall of Fame.
Look at you.
Yeah, that's going to be the big purchase of maybe the year. Again, it wasn't
huge, but still significant enough.
Yeah, I was just like, God, I haven't seen one of those in years, and that was one where Michael bid on it. So I think I was coming back from International Falls, and it was going to end.
Oh.
And I was on the I'm like, I know I'm not going to. If I'm lucky, if I got reception, I'd be lucky. So I'm like, you got to take this, and if you win, you win. If you don't, I've got at least one copy, probably more, but
right. So
anyway,
this will be kind of interesting going into 26, because like the IRP would be up for standard voting,
correct.
but like you and I would be qualifications for the Veterans Committee. It'll be interesting. Is it possible that the IRP, Dave and I go in at the same time? Probably not, but anything's possible, right?
Because I think we're both on pace to put out about the same amount of card videos this year.
Well, all my card videos are pretty much posted here.
So are mine.
So, and like, in all fairness, everybody knows from this year, like I've enjoyed more like buying sealed stuff just to open and share with all of you guys as of late. There hasn't been a crap ton of stuff that's been out that was even something that I wanted to go after. And the few things that I did like were way out of my price range. But there's still time for this year. I know our good friend Joe, Dr. Exclusive, texted me. What was it? I know it was earlier this week, as he was actually wasting time killing brain cells, watching my PC showcase by year of the TD collection. And he asked if I was going to continue it. And I was like, I do, but it's one of those in which I need to start again. Like,
yep.
I basically need to make those private or unlisted and do it all over again. Because when was that? When did I first do a couple? Like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago?
Yeah.
And I've added, between stuff I've purchased in Christmas from you guys well over 200-300 cards. So it's like it's so outdated. I just need to do it again.
And that, I don't even know how you could do this.
I'm open for suggestions, Dave, because
No, for me, I couldn't do it the way I'm thinking of. With you, I don't know if you'd be able to do it this way either, because
well, lay it out
again,
there.
you want to go action packed, Bowman, collector's choice, whatever. All
Well,
the way
yeah,
through.
because it's based on the Beckett. It's in order by the Beckett checklist.
And it'd be like every year, you'd almost have to get like just like a piece of painter's tape. Like, okay, this year is going to be blue. Next year is lime green. Maybe the year after is like yellow or orange. And it's whatever you got at through the year. Like you stop at that year. Let's say you've got your video from 2 years ago. Let's say you redo everything from right now. Now from here on out, it's green for you put the piece of painter's tape on there. Christmas, whatever you get then, and then you put together that. You make a video of all the stuff you got TD, numerical order, or year by year, and then you just like you keep that original video, but then you clip it on. Here's like and just put updated Terrell Davis. And again, people are gonna know it's just gonna be this continuation of a long video, but you're gonna get maybe after like 3 years you redo it if you get the gusto to do it, or you just keep on putting these 15-minute clips onto the end of the first one. So again, it's a long fucking video, but it's going to be a long video no matter what. If you do, and if you want to do it year by year, do it year by year or whatever. But yeah,
It's
just a thought there. Where again, you don't have to sit there and
it
the
would
whole fucking spiel again and
it would
continuously.
it would be difficult because you'd have to record it and then you'd have to splice it based on years and then tag it on to the end of each year, which is doable. But to
Yeah,
me, it would be more work to do that instead of just doing it all and then every few years, once I add an extra 100, 150, 200, like whatever that is, it has to be some sort of significant number to then just freaking do it all over again. Or just redo the years in which the main focal point was. Because like I have a feeling moving forward, although like you're going to sit there and try and find something from the 90s era just because that's how you are, or you're going to go Elway or somebody else outside of TD. Michael's going to be looking for something TD just because that's Michael. And then, of course, there's Vinny. But over the next year, 2 years, whatever, how long we continue to do this, I have a feeling like 2020 in later years is going to be where we're like is the majority of the stuff that I'm going to be gifted. Because again, I'm not really looking to acquire that stuff, right? So that's the easiest. That's the easiest for anybody.
Well, yeah, and if anybody
I don't have a ton
like,
of it.
Says, hey, what does he got for 21 Prism, 18 Prism? What does he got for 19 Panini products? What does he got? Let me know. And then you're sitting there and you're saying, oh, there's not much. This is what he's got currently or whatever, and that's what we know and whatnot. But yeah, you can rip through that and tell Vinny, don't put together this rainbow. I've got whatever, a kaleidoscope, a rainbow, a speckled egg, whatever fucking. It's like you've got some. I'm like, okay, I'll put together at least like 8-10 of them. Go up to like the 50 or the whatever it would be, and just like, okay, here's like a good base. If you continue on, you continue on. If you don't, you still have a good chunk of the run. But
Well, and
yeah,
that's the
it's
thing. Like the TD collection checklist is not secretive. So, like for anybody, because like right now, Dave and Vinny have a copy.
right.
So, if somebody wants a copy, ask me. It's not like I'm keeping it secret and only giving it to a handful of people. If
Going on.
if you really want to know, ask. I do my checklist a little bit different than most. You know, mine's separated by tabs. It's by year. Red means I have it. Automatic or black font means I don't. You know, most people would like, if I have it, it's going to be green. If I don't have it, it'll be red or it'll be black. I don't know why I did red. I don't know. Easier on the eyes. I don't know. Maybe because I do too much green on like spreadsheets and shit I do for work, and I'm sick and tired of seeing green. I don't know.
2-1 Edmonton.
It's not a secret. I don't
No.
keep it under lock and key. I don't purposely keep it from people. If anybody wants the checklist, ask. I'll be more than happy
But
to
you're
share.
also sending out like a group spam email to like
Yeah, not doing that.
70,
Hey,
80
everybody,
collectors,
here's my checklist. Go buy me some shit. No.
and you're gonna dress in like a Terrell Davis helmet and his jersey and run around in a football field. I mean
Well,
that seems feasible.
I could do that, though.
I know you could, but
They're not game used, but I could.
I want to take the video of that. You just like yelling as you're running. 2-1. 2-1 Edmonton.
Of course it is. Who scored?
RNH. So that's probably why Paul's not here yet. He's knee deep in it.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I didn't
Swinging,
think about it.
swinging
Yeah, I
his
didn't.
brain around and trying to watch Edmonton on his phone. That probably isn't a good combo, but
Yeah, I didn't even think about the fact that game one started tonight too. So it is what it is. Is there anything else on that's like of significance other than
the junior college softball playoffs are on.
okay? For the majority of sports fans,
For the other 99.9999999% of people, not that I know of. I there might be Knicks and Pacers might be on because I know
are they?
Timberwolves were on last night. So
So are they now Eastern and Western Conference Finals now
yep.
too? You can tell like I'm really paying attention to it. Oh, I wonder why? Because Dallas isn't in it. Great segue into
rigged,
fuck you.
especially with when they show the trade away Chris Paul, you get the number
I
one.
don't.
Trade away Anthony Davis.
Conspiracy theorists can all go pound sand. Like it's called the lottery for a reason.
The lowest
And
percentage ever to jump to get to the
it was not. It was not. It was tied for the third lowest. Get your shit right, Dave.
Facts. Hashtag facts. Numbers. I know numbers more than anyone.
Yes, I am not going to sit here and say like very surprising, but again, like anytime something like this happens and it's situational, of course there's going to be conspiracy theorists and conspiracy theories as it's the way it is all the fucking time. It doesn't matter what sport it is.
I know. But
Is it surprising? Absolutely. I think one of those years, though, in which would you say Anthony Davis leaving, like, and whoever it was got the number one pick. Yeah, they had like the second highest percentage to get the number one pick. So, like, fuck off. If it was always the lowest percentage team in that situation getting the I would say, okay, yeah, it would be hard to not argue that it's rigged. But this isn't the first time. It's not the lowest percentage. It's tied for the third lowest. The second time it happened, the team who got the number one pick the following year had like the second highest percentage to get the number one pick. So you would have expected it. All the other ones were kind of mixed matched in the middle. So, like, again, and I know everybody's like poking at me because it gets me a little bit heated because it is my team. But like, give it a fucking rest. Nobody would be saying anything if it was the freaking 76ers and Ed and his neck of the woods.
Well, I think I would because
No, we wouldn't. No, we wouldn't. If it was the same situation, Ed is not going to sit there and be like, "Oh yeah, it's rigged in my favor." No, he's not.
But
nothing.
Bouchard. Philly can't trade anyone away except that Maxey, Tyrese Maxey.
You're missing my point.
I know. I'm just saying that if Philly were to trade away George or Embiid, whoever they traded them to should be fired as a GM immediately.
AI. They traded AI.
What does artificial intelligence have to do with anything?
We're not talking A1.
I like Space Soft, but I prefer Heinz over A1. I know that, but I'm just saying in general, if you could find somebody to take Embiid or Paul George, not the Philly GM just got himself a lifetime deal. Whoever took those players was immediately fired. Because, I mean...
Yes, but again, you're talking about current.
We're talking about practice.
Let's say LeBron James is on the freaking Philadelphia 76ers and they fucking trade LeBron and they end up with the first pick in the draft the following year at the third lowest percentage. You think Ed's not going to fucking say shit? He's going to be fucking jumping up and down. I'm not jumping up and down because, like, I'm not completely sold on Cooper Flag. Should I be? I don't know. I haven't taken the time to go back and watch how he performed in the NCAA tournament. So, like, shame on me. But
I think other than the last shot of that loss, I think that shot was pretty much they were on him good. But I mean, he's a more sure.
He's the consensus number one.
And that's the thing. You don't have. I mean that. Goddamn. Those two Rutgers players, Bailey and Harper, Ron Harper's kid. Those basically are your 2-3. The dude from Baylor, that I think it's VJ Edcombe. I haven't watched college basketball like I used to. There's this thing called softball. I seem to watch that mostly for sports. I don't know if anybody knows that out there, but that's usually what I'm watching.
Is that a sport?
It claims to be. So
well, I know it's a sport when Naomi plays, but I'm not sure it's a sport when part of her team plays.
That is very much up for debate. And I get to go drive 2 hours possibly to watch one game if they lose tomorrow. 2 hours and then 2 hours back. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, that sucks.
So yeah, basically past Duluth, past Cloquet, where we go through, and then we get on 35, start going south. It's probably another 10 miles, 15 miles past that. So I'm like, man, we should just go right down to the cities and have a pitching lesson, eh? Like, no. I set those up for what, the 12th, I think. So yeah, that's softball. I'm thankful I have very little. I've got hair, but I'm thankful I keep it usually
Very short.
very short. Yes, and the way this season has went, and then
Well,
the
but
the last week or so, it's been.
Scott, that's everybody who's the consensus number one. Like that's. I'm trying to think who was the last number one that was so hyped and then sucked at. Was that Odom? Greg Odom?
Yeah, but he also had the knee shit too.
But again, like he was like super hyped, consensus number one type, like all that, and he didn't amount to like the expectations. Granted, like injuries kind of changed the dynamic, but that's the first one that comes to mind for me in the last whatever 15 years. Because almost everybody else has performed fairly well.
Same with I like Zion, but the same thing with him. When you play 40 games in a 82 game year, we've said it before, I've heard it before, and we'll say it till we die. Your best ability is
Still,
availability.
yep.
So,
But like, at least when he played, he performed at a high level. Is what I'm getting. Like he wasn't like a flop. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, I mean, yeah, with him, it was.
I mean, Jaw kind of overshadowed him though, anyways, just because he played more games. He was consistently playing. But I was just trying to think, like,
Candyman. And that was a weird. For
look at
me, that was like the
look at
second or third.
was that 90? What year was that though?
98. That was Derek Vince.
Okay.
But that was sort of in like this transition period of the NBA. That was going from like your down low post, like the Patrick Ewing, where he was, if he came out for that 10-foot jumper, he could hit that. But this wasn't like your center of today where you're on the perimeter and you're expected to guard on the perimeter. Candy was like a low five. So he blocked a ton of shots, but again, you're doing that at Pacific. You're playing Long Beach State and UC Irvine and UCSB and Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. You're playing all these other teams that are like, yeah. Who'd you play? Who'd you beat? You beat Rice? Oh wow. What the fuck? So I mean, yeah, you put 25 up, 12, 13 boards, 4 or 5 blocks. It's like, yeah, those are great numbers. But and it was the Clippers too, so I mean that serves them right. Because again, at that time, the international guys when they were coming in too, you had Kukoc, but he was a second round pick. He was like in the 40s, I believe, for the Bulls. It's like you didn't have you had Petrovic, Arvydas Sabonis, but again, he was like I think either a late first in the 80s or a second. So I mean, again, like the draft and stash guys back then. What's up, Baz? But like a Dirk, it's like, yeah, he looks good, but you don't have any real insight to what these foreign dudes are gonna do. I mean, yeah, Australia, you know that, but that's about it. So Candyman getting drafted at 1, it was like, well, again, might have to like muscle up a little bit, but he has a good foundation, or so it would seem, and he didn't. Well, that year was just dumb. Simmons, yeah, that's another one that I didn't understand. I got the fascination and like the imaginativeness of like people seeing here's like Magic Johnson Jr., a 6'8", 6'9" guy that can run the floor, see the floor, pass the ball, and then never score a point. Because I mean, his jump shot is like me shitting something out. It's terrible. It's bad. So, um, but again, you see it like last year. You had not really a number one that was like the overwhelming consensus. You could add Sanger at 1. You could add the Roche at 1. I don't know who else. If I saw a list, I can go through it. But they even said like Klingon for Connecticut. It's like, well, you want a rim protector. You know, you're not going to get a ton of offense, but he is elite defensively. But go back to Emeka Okafor from UConn, who was an elite rim protector, who was out of the league in like 2 or 3 years. So you can't just have the one asset or aspect of the game. You have to have more. So I think Flag will do well enough. Again, you're going to put him there in Dallas, and you're going to put him around veterans. It's not like he's going to the. Again, Charlotte's got some good players, good young players. Ball, Brendan Miller. But it's not like you're going to somewhere where not only are you the face, but you're like, you have to be the offense and the guy right away. You can score 12, 14 points a game and still be ultra productive, and you don't have to shoot 30 shots. And I got to score 30 points to have any chance because we're scoring 75 because our team is so shitty. So
I did find it interesting that, there's a lot of speculation about Dallas trading the number 1 pick potentially for a superstar somewhere. Of course, the big name was, of course, Giannis, and it's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna trade a 22-year-old kid,
no, he's
23-year-old
be
kid.
18 or 19, 18 or 19.
Oh, so even younger. So franchise player who could play for you for 25 years, or give up the first pick for them to draft Cooper to get Giannis. Granted, Giannis is a great player, but like he's not a spring chicken. He is getting older.
And
Not
you can
saying
make
he's
that
ancient, not saying he's old, but like he is getting older.
no, you can make that argument. Okay, the first couple years he probably didn't play a ton, at least the first year. But at the same time, okay, take that. But now, how many years now has he played a ton of playoff basketball, a ton of international, Olympic shit, and all that? So it's like, yeah, but then you add this, and so you're back to a lot of basketball being played.
So I mean, they pretty much, Kid has pretty much come out and said without saying that, like, they're not giving up the number one pick. Now, granted, it's not his decision, but if I'm even thinking at it from my perspective, if I were like as a fan of the Dallas Mavericks and wanting to strangle allegedly Nico Harrison for what he did, like you want to talk about completely screwing your life up in more ways than one to trade the number one pick. Like Dallas would be set on fire. Like seriously. Because I mean, how could you fuck up 2 times in a row in that situation and expect to not be like you have to go underground? Seriously. Allegedly.
Move far, far away and
move out of the country.
Witness protection.
Yeah. Like I just and to me, like granted, I don't watch a shit ton of basketball. I've sat here and said many times the basketball I watch is in the postseason, and that's only when Dallas is playing. Outside of that, I don't watch it. I don't care about it. I don't. So there are other young superstars in this league that would be a better option, so to speak, in the event that they chose to trade away number one. But to me, it's not just trading number one to get one player either. You want number one, you know who it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use the quotes generational talent because he is a young kid, right? He has a lot of growth potential because he is so young. I didn't realize he was that young, so thank you for that, Dave. To me, you wouldn't just be getting one player. Like you would have to be getting a superstar along with somebody complimentary of said superstar in order for it to, like, in my opinion, as a GM, for it to even be an option. And it can't be an aging guy either. You know what I mean? Somebody in their mid to late 20s, not somebody who's like pushing mid 30s. Like, no.
Like I'd say, for example, like a Trae Young. I mean, of that type of ilk, of that caliber, if you didn't have Kyrie, like get him and get somebody else. But again, you have to match up all these, or at least come within spitting distance of trying to match something up salary cap wise, because we've seen how many of these deals get. It's like, oh, we're gonna pay the thing like Brooklyn 3-4 years ago with Harden, Durant,
the luxury tax or whatever.
Yeah, all that shit. It's like you've seen how it works. Look at Phoenix this year. Again, none of this big three shit has worked since LeBron, Wade, Bosh, really.
And they still didn't win the number of championships that everybody said they would.
No, and you had a lot of like the Ray Allens there. You had Mike Miller trying to be like the 3-point specialist. You had these guys taking the low end deals, but they were also guys with not much tread on the tire, and you're still looking for people for LeBron, but it's like, who wants to go out there and deal with that shit show? Like, I wouldn't. Like, I'd love to wear a Lakers jersey, but fuck, I don't want to be around LeBron. I don't want to be around this fucking kid. I don't want to deal with all the bullshit that all that ensues. And like, Dalton Connect, I like him, and I like Austin Reeves, but at the same time, it's like that's not enough to make me want to go anywhere there. Clippers, I don't.
I have to say though, I would find it funny if somehow, shape, form, or fashion, if Luka made it back to Dallas and they still draft Flag. And like that would be the ideal situation, right? Like that would be just all the fucking cogs falling into place. Because if I'm not mistaken, like I think Luka wants out.
It was shock. I just don't think him and LeBron are going to mesh. I mean, maybe on the court but
isn't there speculation though that like LeBron will end up retiring as a Cavalier? So like somehow he'll end up back in Cleveland to retire as a Cavalier because that's where he started.
Hopefully he does it like everyone else and does like a one-day contract, but I know it won't be for him because
he wants to play and he wants to get paid.
He's a special individual.
I mean, the fact that he's still playing with as old as what he is still blows my mind. I mean, let's face it, he's in hella shape. But I mean, what more does he have to play for other than winning championships?
Try to break every Jordan record in the book.
But how well has that been working out for him? He's never going to get the championships.
Well, I know that, but I mean everything but that. I don't think he'll win that, or I know he won't get that, but
unless he sits on the bench as a 50-year-old, you know.
Well, who knows by then?
That's true.
Might have robots and people playing.
Because, I mean, what else is there to break? I mean, he's got the points record.
Anything with Jordan.
And he broke that what? Didn't he break that? He break that 2 years ago?
Might have.
I don't fucking remember. I know it wasn't last year. And I'm not talking about like NBA season wise. Yeah. What would be the odds if that? Well, I don't know. I mean, how much pull does LeBron actually have in the franchise?
Well, what good does it do for these kids to fucking go play with the D League or the G League or whatever the fuck it's called? Like, when's he just gonna buy the Lakers?
Okay, he's not worth that much, but I'm sure if he got enough other backers, he could definitely do it.
Well, even a chunk of it.
But
I'm sure he's got some coupons from Genie Bus somewhere.
Buy one, get one.
Yeah.
I just
the BOGO and the shares or whatever.
I mean, the fact that how old was LeBron when he was drafted? Was he 18?
Yep, same.
So I mean, is he 40? Is he 42?
Yeah, they make him 42-ish. 41, 42, somewhere in there.
Where's the fucking research department when you need it?
Is that Canadian or is that American? Because now we're really like.
No, he's 40. He turns 41 in December.
Okay.
And no, I wasn't trying to calculate. I was doing quick estimation. Just for the record. But yeah, I mean, how many more years does he have? Like, seriously.
I'll say probably as many as he wants.
Well, and that's the thing. I'm sure it's going to be. He probably gets a phone call from Bus like, okay, We doing this another year? You tell me. If the answer is yes, how much is it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta sort of plan that into the
What we're
the
going to
old
do
budget.
in free agency and
Yeah.
everything else. Like how the fuck they're able to afford the team that they do anyways is beyond me. And again, I'm sure they pay plenty of luxury tax and everything else, but even then, it's like, but I'm sure like they make a shit ton of money. It's not like the Lakers don't bring in enough money to cover the expense, but because it's the fucking Lakers.
No, it's not like the Grizzlies. They're not like, man, we gotta sell more of those Jaren Jackson jerseys. Do we get any more in? We sold out of the last 5 shipments. It's like, no, we didn't.
Yeah, we sold out of them because they went in the garbage because they started to yellow.
Yeah, we had top load.
Yeah, we can sell them at 50% as toilet paper, cleaning rags. I don't even know who that
So,
is. I'm just throwing it out there if I'm being honest.
I think he's a good player, but I mean, just send him over to Africa or something. That all the Minnesota Vikings Super Bowl champions and all that shit. That worked out well. Yeah, but softball, that's been a
Yeah, it's been keeping you busy as hell. That's for damn sure.
man,
Yeah,
like I said,
because what? Yesterday, 2 games. First one, they freaking beat the shit out of a team, and the next game, they forgot how to play defense. Like how does that work?
I don't know, and it just
And I have to ask the question, and I'm pretty sure I know the answer. It's not like the coach is switching up positions, right? Like they pretty
it's a
much play the
pretty
same positions.
it's a pretty steady lineup. Everybody that's at their usual spot or position usually is playing that. I mean, it's not like, okay, third you're going out to center you're playing second, left you're playing first.
Okay,
No,
so
it,
there's not a whole lot of swapping.
no,
Does Naomi play the field at all when she's not pitching?
no, and it aggravates me. It's like I
Because
don't want to
she's
hear
tall as shit. Like she could be a hell of a first baseman.
or third. It's like, but
Well, she would probably have the gun for third, just because being a pitcher. I mean, granted, like she's not going to throw it underhand to first base from third, but again, like
no.
you still have to have the arm strength.
So yeah, I don't get it. Like,
What the hell are you growling at, dude? Oh, that's right. You heard somebody outside. Of course you did.
yeah, there's the one in her game yesterday.
Hold on, Vincenzo. I see you. Give me a minute.
The one in her game. Again, hit to left.
Off my couch. Off my couch. Fucker.
And again, we're up 16-0. I'm in the field. That's my time. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna dive. Dive for the ball from an outfielder that's coming 2 or 3 steps and then like the brakes and let it bounce in front of you. I'm like and you could tell her I watched her as in recording because I usually have those like a post there, butt up the phone, and then I'll look over the phone. I watched her, and it was just said you got to be vocal. I don't know how many times I can tell you. I That we got to catch those. Let's make the effort to try to make a catch. And if they get pissy at you, just be like, what are you saving your body for? What is the next? What's going on down the road that you can't dive for a ball?
Well, it's either
But yeah.
that if you're not willing to put your body on the line to play the position, what's the point in playing the position?
And it's not even like you're like a Griffey when he broke his wrist or
Shit like
something.
that's gonna happen though. Like, I mean, let's be
Oh,
real.
I know. But I'm just saying, like that type of an effort for a catch, or like the Jim Edmonds over the shoulder, something like that, where you're like, "Holy Christ, that's an insane amount of effort to try to make a catch." This is 6 steps and like diving forward.
Right. It's nothing. It's not anything that's out of the ordinary or
No, it's not a weapon. It's not like a fucking Sports Center top 10 or whatever the fuck they call them.
of course,
So
then on the flip side, you have somebody like C who freaking does anything and everything and sacrifices her body in for what?
to get kicked in the ribs.
That's like yes, it's two different sports, but still it's like 110% every fucking time, consistently, like literally having no regard for her body to consistently go after balls, high, low, like it doesn't fucking matter. To like, and for what? For what?
One day it'll pay off.
Outside of that, in hopes that, like, outside of that, because she's going to end up going somewhere, whether or not she plays professionally, it's a long way to go. It's a long road. But at a bare minimum, she plays in high school. She gets a scholarship. She goes to college. She gets a free. You get where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I got you.
Like she is always balls to the wall, putting in 110%. It's no different. Naomi does the same thing, but
Yeah.
for what?
Oh, and that's where you got to constantly beat it in their head. Like at some point, this will benefit you. Right now,
Yeah.
it seems like you can sit there in a lawn chair, or you can be in a rocking chair, or you can be on like a tanning chair, and be doing this. And guess what happens? The same thing. I get it. I know because I'm as frustrated as you. Probably more so.
But at the same time, I'm sure she's like, but when?
Oh,
like the answer to that question is when.
I say college. I always say when you get to college, or if you can fucking figure out your hitting and you're a complete player, you'll have more opportunities to be around more people that give a shit about the sport than the one or two that are on your team right now that don't include you.
Because what grade is she in right now, Dave?
9th.
Okay. So, and I know she plays on the varsity at times. And I'm assuming because, granted, I get it, Ely is a small-ish town.
Very.
There's not enough juniors and seniors to fill out a varsity team, which is why, like, they're picking and plucking, like Naomi, for instance, to pitch on occasion. And I'm sure, like, that could be injuries and everything else, but I'm under the assumption that for the most part, there's not enough kids that are interested in playing the sport to have a full team all the time.
No, we got sophomore as a catcher, juniors are regular starting pitcher, senior at first, sophomore at second, sophomore at short, junior at third, junior in left, senior in center, senior in right. So, well, Eric's a different breed. That's just.
Vinny, do you have a fan on? Thank you. It's muffling Dave. That's the reason. Like, normally I don't give a shit, but
I had it on because I worked till the last minute before we left, and then I came home and I had to send 2 emails before I got on, and
trying to cool off. Like, no,
Yeah.
no, you don't like hey, I didn't need an explanation. I appreciate it, but we didn't need you to explain.
well, that's what friends do.
Handwritten
that's-
apology.
But that's why I was asking, because I couldn't tell if
I'm writing it now.
if it was the fan or something else, because again, like Dave was muffled. Not that I couldn't hear him, but it just
I was wondering why he was muffled, but again, it was my fault. My bad.
But that's odd that, like, I could hear you fine. I could hear myself fine, but Dave was muffled from your fan.
Yeah.
To me, it should have been Dave was muffled because he had a fan on, not because you had a fan on. Anyways.
Nope. Still freeze warnings up here. No, so yeah, it just becomes so disheartening when it's the same shit every time. And she pitched that game against two Harbors on Friday, and that one was a lot of inclement weather, a lot, and she did, I thought, exceptionally well. Because again, Two Harbors sucks, but pitching when it's fucking 20 mile an hour.
I was like wind gusts and everything. Like, come on, like that,
and constant rain.
Oh,
constant. And she gave up 4, and I bet you 2 of those were earned. And he had one half inning where it was brutal, where it was just like constant, like sideways rain. And the Two Harbors pitcher had one in the 4th, I think, and we broke it open. Then she gave up, I think, 1 in hers, and Two Harbors gave up 6 or 7 in hers. So I said, you did well for the conditions. Don't sit there and beat the shit out of yourself because you gave up a couple of runs.
Yeah, but again, it's no different. Look at C. C always is going to sit there and carry the blame, even though they had to get through 10 other fucking players before they got to her. Granted, it's 2 different sports, it's 2 different situations, but at the same time, Naomi gets screwed a lot of the time because of errors. A lot of the runs she gives up are mostly unearned, at least from what I've watched. Granted, Dave, no offense, I don't watch them all.
What?
I watch a lot of them. But I don't watch them all.
You have like 5 screens of TVs in like every game just goes cycling through. Damn it.
And I keep getting on Vinny to like start freaking record, even if it's like 2 and 3 minute snippets, because
it's not through a potato or not through
correct. But like he gives us bit. You're on mute, dude. We can't hear you.
It has to be somewhere in the area. My phone to operate.
He gives, snippets and tidbits and stuff along those lines. And, he watches enough soccer. He's watched enough soccer. He knows what's going on. But at the same time, I know in the back of his mind, he's like, what am I fucking missing? Like, am I missing something that's going on in these situations as to why, like, this is happening? Or, so granted, I haven't played in a long time, but if you record it in snippets, man, I can sit there and be like, okay, yeah, I can tell you what happened here.
Like, I see this.
It's C is always like dialed in. Like, it doesn't matter if it's game or in practice, because even when it's random pictures and she's in goal, like, she is fucking like laser fucking focused.
Well, the big thing the last couple of days is she switched gloves from Ego to 1GKP goalkeeper because Katenda switched gloves.
It ain't the fucking gloves.
Well, hold on. And she's like, I'm going back to my Egos until I could figure out. She said they're thinner. She likes the new gloves because they're thinner.
So she can feel the ball.
Fingers, so she could feel the ball. But she said my grip on them. She goes, I got to spray him before the game. I got to spray him during or like at halftime. She goes, I can't be doing that shit. I'm spraying them with water. Like they're on the other end of the field. The rare occasion that occurs, and yeah. And then like today, they had a 3-team practice. All tiers were at this practice. There's all kinds of parents out there watching because here comes tryouts are coming out. Now everybody wants to be a concerned parent.
Well, of course.
Well, shit.
But again, like it's not her gloves. It's not her vision. It's not her dedication. It's not her practice. Like, yes, I am sure she makes mistakes. Every goaltender is going to make mistakes. I'm sorry. You can't block everything, especially when they're right in your face, because guess what? You're trying to block a freaking 180-degree area. Like, you're going to guess wrong 90% of the time. I'm sorry. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I always go back. They have to get through 10 other players before they get to her. She can't continue to carry the team, and the loss comes like solely on her shoulders. And I know you keep telling her that and everything else, and it's hard for her to see past that because she feels as though she let her team down. Well, no, the team let her down. 95% of the time, the team is letting her down.
Mm-hmm.
Unless for whatever reason, Vinny, like what you're passing on to us as far as information is incorrect, and you're just like trying to make your kid out to be like this great superstar, and she's not. I know you're not. I saw her practice, man. Like I saw it with my own eyes. I was there.
I seen it.
But it like I don't understand how you can like decide to play this way and then decide, okay, yeah, we're going to change it up and we're going to play this way. And it doesn't matter if the team knows how to play,
one way or the other,
4-3-4, like it, or 4-2-4, 4-2-4. Yeah. 4-2-4. Like that doesn't fucking matter. They don't have to know how to play those positions. Like they don't need to know that. If they are midfielders, they actually run the most. Out of all positions, they run the most.
And that's why Cece will not ever be a midfielder, because she goes, I hate to freaking run.
So again, like it's half on the half on one side, half on the other side. That's their playing area. That's a lot of field to cover. But your forwards should never be behind the freaking midfield. And your fucking defense should never, ever be at fucking midfield. Ever. Ever, 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 ever.
Unless you're in the pros, because you know how to get back.
Well, you're also talking about people who are fast as fuck, and not to mention most professionals, they're not at midfield very often or for an extended period of time, because professionals kick the length of the fucking field. So, like, there's a big difference. There's no reason, even in professional soccer, there should be no reason why your defense is at midfield. Unless you have design plays to where you're trying to set up certain things and it's necessary to have one or two defenders up at midfield. But that's still very rare. And even then, once the ball starts moving forward off a defender, they slowly kind of start creeping back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not going to have your defenders hanging your goalie out to dry 99% of the time in the pros. Because if you do, you're not going to last.
No.
Unless it's near 8 Mile. That's the goalies get hung out to dry the most.
Potential. Allegedly.
Yep. Tim's still waiting for a start. I'm still waiting to. They have a game Saturday at 4:00, and I'm like, do we buy tickets and go down to chance it, or because they're not expensive, but I don't
Yeah,
want to
but
go there if he's not playing because I really don't care about the team. When he's not in goal, I despise that team. I do. I there are rivals from years past. The only people on there that there's two guys on there that are former stars, and those are the only guys I really care about. And I wish them well, but I just the fan base is just mud on.
well, and
Oh
it's not a cost thing either.
no.
It's also time. It's the only reason why you would go is in the event that to go see him play.
Yep.
What's the point of wasting however many hours
Yeah.
to drive, to sit through, to drive back? Like, that's the issue.
It's a 6-hour affair.
You do enough of that already.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. It's
tomorrow night we got a game at 7, I think. So we got to play tomorrow night, and then nothing Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, except probably Tatendo, and we might do 2 sessions if he can fit them in because we were backlogged one session. Monday, which is the holiday, she has tryouts on Monday and Tuesday.
why in the fuck would they do that?
I still think it's to try to separate the wheat from the chaff. I don't know, but
yeah, but hold on, time out though. Like, I get what you're saying, and I'm not opposed to that thought process. But the problem is, people plan vacations. It's the end of the school year, at least here in Texas. So the last day of school is tomorrow. The last day of school for teachers is Friday. So, like, my nephew graduates high school on Friday. So school is over starting tomorrow here in Texas. I know it's not the same in Michigan. It's probably not the same in Minnesota either.
Correct.
But again, like, it is a holiday for school. Like, you don't go to school that day. People plan vacations around that because it is a 3-day weekend. That's kind of shitty.
Yeah. I plan everything around soccer. It's the sad thing.
Benny, I'm aware, but that's not that's not the way shit should be.
I agree.
Dedicated or not, that's bullshit. There's no other way around. That's bullshit.
Where is it? Hold on. Because they got our schedule in this thing and it's apparently up to date. So yeah, Monday tryout 7:15, 8:45. No, yeah. Tuesday 7:15, 8:45. Wednesday regular practice 5:45 to 7:15. Thursday 6 to 7:30 practice.
Okay, well, 5:40, an hour and a half. Interesting.
Yeah. And then practice Thursday, an hour and a half. Friday's open right now, but we're going to go see. We're going to pray Popa's still in the country, her one trainer guy. And then the twins, Dom and Dave, play for, and Leon and Nick Nicola, they all play for Duka, which is basically a Balkan club around here. It's mainly Albanian, but there's some Balkan guys on there. Romania, Croatia, Bosnia Herzegovina, those countries. They have other guys from other countries too. But it's UPSL. They're playing at Borden Park, and we were going to drive an hour Sunday to go, but C and Meredith came home from the game and they were just zonked. I was ready to go, and I'm like, hey, and they were just gone. So I said, screw it. But
so you recorded an hour video.
Yeah, Alex is going to Portugal to train Premier League guys. Kid is. I mean, if you can spend, I offered it to people at the club, and I said, if you want your kid to go next level with footwork and striking ability, he's the guy. He's good, and he's short shit. He's not a big dude, but he's fast as hell. His footwork is lethal, and he's just amazing.
Which means he's got a low center of gravity, which
Yeah,
is why
and
he's able to
he
probably
is-
do some of the stuff.
Him on the wing to feed Leon, who's this big goofball loving to death. He's like 6'5", and Nick's like 6'3" as your strikers. You feed those two guys all day long.
3-3
Huh?
hockey game.
Oh, 3-3.
Mhm.
Oh Lord. I okay. Anyhow, and then the twins, Dom and Dave. And Dom broke his nose last year, had to have surgery, put him out for the season. Apparently tore his ACL this season, so he's out again this season. Poor kid can't catch a break. Good soccer player. And his brother Dave's a good guy too. But I don't know if I know anybody else on the team. I didn't recognize any names, but I want to go there, support them. And then Saturday we have a match from 12:15 to 1:35. And then probably Sunday we have Tim right before open house is Monday. Wednesday open house again, and then 7th and 8th are tryouts for White and actually ECNL is not going to be finalized, so they're doing almost 4 tryouts for them this year and 2 open houses. So it's going to be a lot of soccer till the 8th. And then after that, 9th, 10th, and 11th, she has finals, and then she's done.
So who scored it, Dave?
Granlund scored
Granlund?
the tire. I was watching the junior college soft.
It was Heiskanen. Because
Okay.
I was looking at it and it hadn't updated yet. It was still showing 3-2. Because I knew Sagan scored the first goal, so I knew who had scored number 2. Still, I mean, there's still a lot of time. 16 and a half minutes, 16 minutes or whatever.
I love Dallas, but I've been watching the Oil for the last 2 or 3 years.
I'm tired of this matchup. Dave and I in the pre-show, I'm tired of Dallas, Colorado,
Yep.
Dallas, Las Vegas, and Dallas, Edmonton. I'm fucking tired of it.
Yep.
Like, give me a change of pace here. Edmonton's a great team. Like, I get it, but like Dave and fucking Paul, and then there's Carlos and me, who are Stars guys. I just, and that's why I rooted against Edmonton last year, because they beat Dallas.
So that part of my bracket was right. So I had Jets Blues, Jets win, Stars Avs, Stars win. So I had the Stars. I had VKG versus Wild. I had VKG winning. I bet against the Oil, even though my heart said to go with them. And because I thought the Kings were going to pull it out. I thought they were going to do it because you had a very injured Oil team. But Paul told me, F you, Vinny. And yeah, there's the Oil. So I had VKG losing to the Kings. So now we have the Oil. Here, this whole bracket got screwed. I had the Leafs to Sens. Leafs won, so I was good there. Panthers beat the Lightning, good there. Caps beat the Habs. Carolina beat New Jersey. I was good there. I had the Panthers and the Caps. I was right there.
Mm-hmm.
No, I wasn't. No, I had the Cats beat Carolina. And that was with my heart because I wanted Ovi to win another cup. Even though I know, as much as Michael and I have both said it, Carolina's a freaking Caps killer. So I went with my heart again. And I went against my heart, and then I went with my heart. And I effed up both times, or my bracket would be freaking perfect. So
on that note, I got to take the boys up.
okay.
So chat amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Apparently, we're playing. Hey, everyone. Coach would like to do parent versus player practice scrimmage next Thursday. I'm looking forward to all the. It says give thumbs up if you're going to do it or thumbs down if you don't. So we already got 2 thumbs down. Guess what? Give me some gloves and send me in, coach, because my fat ass is playing goal. I might even go in as striker. I'm going to probably pull a groin, dislocate some kind of body part, and be in a lot of pain the next day and have to eat a half a bottle of Advil. But screw it. Why not?
Gotta get your headband out or a bandana.
Yeah.
And put it forward, like the tie forward.
Yeah. C wears one out because she's got bangs. And she wears this. I said, kid, why would you ever get bangs when you're a soccer player? They're in your face, but
Yeah.
that's her. I can't argue. But I've slowed down on the hobby, and maybe the hobby comes to me in 2028. It's either me or Atlanta. So we're either
Oh, damn it.
Motor City.
4-3.
Whose way?
4-3. Maddie Duchesne. Power play goal. Oh. It's always nice. Yeah. Again, I didn't catch all of it. All I saw was Detroit, Atlanta for 2028 National. It's a distinct possibility.
I would enjoy it highly. I told the better half, I said, IRP family party at Vinny's house. She goes, I'm leaving for a week. But that would be, man, that'd be so cool. That would be freaking. Hopefully, we're in a new house by then and literally freaking party at Vinny's house. No vintage allowed, unless it's the lowest rung. He can come. He could stay. He could go on. He could sleep on the credenza.
Here's going to be the one time these two names will be mentioned on here. He'll have his own poll about talking about what's the best pitcher. Was it Jack Cheesebro or Rube Waddell? Those will be the two. And
It'll only be that's the only time vintage conversation will be allowed.
And who looks better in the Penguins goalie mask, Rube Waddell or Jack Cheesebro?
Yeah, because all the new equipment. Yeah, I'm staying in Michigan. I'd like to go back to Pennsylvania and move the whole family, as they say, back to PA. But my oldest 2 daughters, they're not leaving Michigan, so they got established careers and stuff. They're not, and I can't leave them. And I've tried to move my parents and my brother out here for 5-10 years now, and I failed miserably at that. I don't know. As you say, Dave, it is what it is.
So
And
saying.
I can only do so much. But Jeff, we're trying to figure out the best school for sports and education for C. She finishes 8th grade next year because her birthday's in odd. It's over the deadline. So we just said we're not filling out the paperwork. Screw it. Just let her stay and wait a year. So she said, can I finish 8th grade here? I said, sure. So I'm in the midst of literally, I work 10, 12 hours a day and then I pack things. And I'm actually my work day is from 6 a.m. till I go to practice with her or whatever. Usually it's 6 o'clock because the practice it's usually 5:30. So, and then I come back and I usually work as soon as I get home. I'll put 2 or 3 more hours in, but I'll put laundry in at night and then I'll clean this stuff up because I have to have this house ready by the end of the summer to basically press the button and we go. I want I threw I got a big those big black garbage bags from Sam's Club, and I got a big ass trash can in the basement. And I got it half full already in I put it in what is today, Wednesday? So in 3 days it's half full of garbage. And I'm not even close to being done. And it's the long holiday weekend. So Meredith was up there, let's make a list. I'm like, oh, sweet Jesus, can we just do one holiday with no list? But she's thinking all the stuff we got to do. And I'm like, okay. The bad thing is like probably a quarter of it's outside. Guess what? Rain. We're not going to be able to do squat. So I'm off Friday. So I'm going to take that to my advantage and get a day ahead. So I could actually rest over 3 days and do things gradually. I'm going to try to get the whole freaking garage clean on that day. And I got my nephew needed my miter sauce. I took that to him and he wanted my aerator for the lawn. So I put that in the back of the Explorer and took those to him tonight. And those are two things out of there for now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had drywall I was going to put in a basement, and now I'm not going to put it in a basement. And then I told Cece's old coach, I said, if you want this stuff, tell your boyfriend, husband, whatever he is, when he's at work Saturday, to drive his happy ass over here. You're going to get about $300 worth of drywall for free. And that's what I paid for it 4 years ago. So it's probably more expensive. It's the green drywall. So it's the mold resistant shit. I used most of it and I had stuff left. So there's probably 10 sheets out there. Bring your truck, throw it in, bring someone with you because my balls can't handle it because I ain't lifting shit. And that's that. And then that's another thing. That's a major thing out of there. And then the rest of the stuff I will have done Friday. It'll be get my wife's ex-husband wanted a bunch of the old crap I had for tools and stuff that I bought new. My brother gave me a bunch of stuff and I said, do you want it back? He goes, hell no. He goes, leave it there when you leave. I'm like, no. So I'm going to give that stuff away. And I have some stuff left over when we put our air conditioner in. I have stuff left over from when I did some plumbing stuff. I said, you want this stuff? He said, yeah. I said, you're welcome to it. Just come get the shit and get it out of my house. My goal is to get so Meredith can drive her car into the garage in the winter. If I can get that done, I'm good to go.
So you'll be busy no matter what.
Yeah, I'm as Joe knows, I'm always on the go. And right now I have a lovely bladder infection from my kidney stones. And I'm just happy. And my migraines are back. So they weren't bad today. It was pretty good. It was pretty good up here, but pretty bad down there today. So it was just like, can I just have one day that all the pipes connect right and I don't feel like shit? Apparently the Magic 8-Ball says no way. But
all signs point to no.
Yeah, all signs point to no. And then I'm trying, this is my treat for today. I've been drinking this and fasting. I'm trying to cleanse my soul, my body, and I think it's starting to work a little bit. So I feel I feel it's like Han Solo in Return of Jedi. It's gone from a big blur to a little blur, or however it goes. But my pain's gone from a 8 to a 6. So I'm pretty happy.
Moving in the right direction anyway. Oh,
And slowly getting the Christmas list figured out. Oh, Jeff, yeah. Those are delightful. Those are I've had 20. I think I lost count. It's either 24 or 26 of them since 2000. Some years I had like 3 of them, and then other years there was a patch there from like 20. Last one I had was right before I moved here, so 2010. Then I had one. I take that back. I was at my mother-in-law's house when we were staying there for a couple months before I bought this house. I had one there, and then I moved in here and I didn't have one for a long time, and then it just friggin' hit me because I was in Auburn Hills every day for work, and then to the girls' sports, and then stuff on the weekends. And you had 2 kids at the time doing that, and cheerleading and football games, and both of them in softball, and it was just run, 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 run. Not like it ain't that way now, but I wore myself out. Then I got bit by a freaking spider and ended up in a hospital for 3 days. Kidneys shut down. That's what spurred everything now. Liver was all jacked. That was fun. We won't take him in the ambulance. What do you mean? Well, we can't take him. It'll charge. We have to charge him $2,000. I'm like, that's all right. My wife drove my ass to the hospital from the urgent care. Open a pack of cards. It'll make us all feel better.
I'm going to, because I've been sitting here staring at this shit for fucking weeks.
huh.
Actually, I'm going to open up a few packs of cards. Because it's not like there's going to be anything like super exciting in these. This is from the gravity feed box. This is pretty much, it's all about the rookies. And any of the press proofs that may come out of here. And a few of the inserts, I guess, but it's rookies and stars. It's not like there's huge stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just want the big. I just want the big guys, man. I want the quarterbacks.
The main pull.
Do what?
The main pull. That's what you want. Big money.
Yeah, and of course, though, like the rookies on the back. So I'm trying not to look. And the only reason why I'm like even going through the cards is in the event that there may be an insert, because I think they press proofs / inserts fall like one every X number of packs or whatever, but it's fairly high. Of course, so far I haven't hit a decent rookie yet. Even a decent wide receiver.
I have not had the urge to open cards, and that disturbs me because usually that's my favorite thing to do. And well, this hobby, nope, have no desire, and I think the doldrums are here. I know they don't exist in this hobby, but I'm experiencing them. What's that gravity feed again?
Rookies and stars.
Rookies and stars. I thought that's what you said.
Yeah. Again, like you want like the air seekers or air thrillers and then like the crusades. So like the chrome cards, those are the inserts that you really want out of this. Yeah. And then of course the varying parallels of said inserts. But I'm getting like low fucking tier rookies right now. Like nobody worth a damn. All the defensive guys, love you, kiddo. I think I've hit like one offensive guy and it pretty much nobody of significance. Yeah. There's Cooper DeJean. It's pretty bad. That's pretty bad when the best rookie so far is a freaking quarterback.
Yeah.
Again, like this is all about the rookies anyways. I mean, that's the whole point of the product. But after like you open this many packs, you hope to get
One.
Keon Coleman, not horrible. That's one of the better receivers. But I mean, you want your quarterbacks. And I have a feeling like I'm going to end up with like 3 or 4 inserts maybe out of this gravity feed because there's, I think, 42 packs. I don't remember. There's like my 3rd Cortland Sutton base card.
You're getting some Broncos.
It's the first one after out of all these. I think I do have the Bo Nix though. Like, damn, this is the rookies so far. F, terrible. Nobody of significance other than Cooper. You know that's not a good sign when that happens. Maybe they're all going to be in the other stack. Well, there's Brian Thomas Jr. Of course, I think I already have him, though. Because I opened, I think, six fat packs. I think it's 6. Because you get, I think, 12 rookies per fat pack. Again, only because, not, again, like this is, even if you hit a Caleb, a Jaden, any of those guys, it's like you're talking a few bucks anyways. It's not like you're going to.
Mm-hmm.
That's not why you open it anyways.
Hashtag invest.
Not in rookies and stars.
Jeff Wilson told me to.
No, he told you to invest in what's his face? Will Greer. Trey Benson. Woohoo! So I'm through the first freaking stack, and it's been one insert, and the best rookie has been Cooper DeJean. Can you say ouch? This is why most people don't open retail. But, I mean, out of 42 packs, you would think that you could get at least one of the guys, right? Oh, my second insert, Ricky Rush. Woohoo! And I think I actually have that too. I think I pulled that one already. Not in this, but previously. Jesus.
Oh boy, that might be the end.
Would you care to elaborate, Dave?
Sam Steele, I think. 5-3.
5-3 Dallas? How much time is left?
Just under 4 minutes.
Score. Go Dallas. Sorry, Paul. Sorry, Dave. Sorry, Vinny, since you talked about. Well, there's Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, I like Dallas because Tyler Sagan. I always like Sagan. I always was the Sagan guy. It was the whole Taylor Hall versus Tyler, whatever it is. So I always like Sagan over Hall. But Hall's a good hockey player. Don't get me wrong, but I was always Sagan over Hall.
Well, he scored goal number 1 this game. He got Dallas on the board.
Now they switched it. He must have had a tip in. So you got a second goal.
Who? Sagan?
Yeah.
Who scored number 4?
Who was
Anybody?
it?
Well, I figured Carlos would know because I know he's watching the game. Because, like, it's from what I've seen so far, it's not their main goal scorers this game either.
No, Robertson and Johnson haven't done much.
Oh my goodness gracious! Give me freaking.
Great.
JD.
You can.
Okay.
Because I was surprised when they put the graphic up that he had 92 points from this year. I'm like, really good. I liked him in Colorado.
There's Xavier. So I'm getting like the other, like the receivers and the running backs and shit, but I'm not getting the quarterbacks. Which, of course, that's what you freaking want. Of course, I could open all these, just look at the back and be like, speaking of quarterback, Michael Pratt.
Lucky.
Yeah, of all the quarterbacks to fucking pull. Come on. I guess it's better than what's the kid who got drafted and then retired pretty much because there's Malcolm Corley. Maybe it was Pratt. Nagging injury from college. Oh, no, it's Jordan Travis, I think, is the one who retired.
Yeah, has broken leg.
Yeah, because the only reason why I knew that is because I just freaking pulled him. So it was like.
And the Jets trying to push him through quicker.
Come on. Jaden, Caleb, Bo, Penix, May, anybody.
And that's it.
Final 5-3.
No, empty netter.
Oh, 6-3.
Lindell. Essa Lindell.
Man, I can't
And
even
there
get
goes all the Oilers fans. They're showing them leaving.
can't even get a fucking Brock Bowers, man. Oh, there's like my 5th Cortland Sutton.
So maybe for you there'll be a Brock Osweiler in there.
No. I'm beginning to think that Cortland Sutton's the only freaking Broncos star in this set. There's Spencer Rattler. At least it's one of the quarterbacks, not top tier guys, but
Not like you do much better with Hobby.
there we go. There's a Penix, finally. Somebody of significance. So one decent rookie quarterback and 2 inserts and a freaking gravity feed box. Yeesh. Then again, I wasn't expecting a shit ton of inserts. Of course, I was hoping for one of the big guys. I'm getting everybody but the. I was like, did I just pull the same fucking guy? I was like, if that's the case, then the correlation is definitely shitty. Jalen Wright. Again, I'm getting like, all right, 2 packs left. This has been terrible.
Yeah, especially with 40-some freaking packs.
Jalen McMillan. Again, like I'm getting all the other freaking offensive guys. Should have just bought the fucking rookies. Huh. Last pack, Drake May. But no Jade, no Caleb, no Bo.
Your case hit.
I mean, that's the rookies and the 2 inserts. I mean, it's a decent stack, but still. Ouch. Not that I was expecting to pull anything. The fact of opening 42 packs was fun.
It's quantity over quality sometimes.
Sometimes. Again, I was still hoping to pull a Jaden or a Caleb because I'm pretty sure I have the bow. Not that I'm putting the set together or anything, but your best odds are buying a fat pack because I think it's 12 rookies and five or six inserts, I think. Don't hold me to that.
We won't.
We won't.
My wife just turned on the heat. The other night, must have been people sleep and eat. They sleepwalk. She turns on the heat and then puts the fan on where it's constant. I'm like, what the hell did you do? I'm like, why won't this heat turn off? So I open up the little box and I'm like,
because she has it turned on.
Yeah, I'm like, constant fan. I'm like, no constant fan.
Instead of auto, it's set to on.
Yeah, it was set to on.
So before we get into our top 5, which we can run through pretty quick because we are coming up on 2 hours. For anybody who's still here, be thinking about it for next week. I may open something in after hours too. So this may change. So for future opening, we have 2 optic blasters. We have an optic megabox. We have 3 fat packs. We have 12 Donruss fat packs.
5 golden rings, ba-dum, dum.
Shut up. We have an optic retail box. We have an optic fat pack box. And we have 12 hangers of WNBA Prism. Stuff's been sitting here forever and a day. That's why I had to open something. Because it's been staring at me
Thin out the herd.
4 weeks, 5 weeks. So I don't think I'll end up opening all 12 of these, though. We'll see. Because I want to try and put the set together. Because I correlated the WNBA Prism set 2, 4, 7 cards short, and then 2 with the inserts short of a complete 100 card set. So, all righty, top 5. His eyes weren't closed.
My eyes are always closed. I'm fucking tired. I'm dying.
Wake up. Vincenzo, you can go first.
Let me find my list. 5 mechs. There it is.
You actually have to make a list for that?
Yeah, because I can't remember anything. You know me at this point. By the
No,
way,
that's because you have like 65 honorable mentions on everything.
well, no, there's 5 on this list. It's it.
Oh my God, I'm glad I'm sitting down.
I know. I'm glad you're sitting down too. And rest in peace, George Wendt, if it wasn't said.
No, we did not mention that.
Norm from Cheers. Just that's
The best.
yeah, that too. But it was what was it? The 32nd anniversary of the last show for Cheers was yesterday, and that's the day he croaked.
Yeah, somebody sent something.
I did. I was like, hey Paul, check out this rabbit hole. That's just how odd is that? The show he's known for, and I mean, he was in a bunch of movies, other TV shows over the years, but anyhow, number 5, nothing beats a good quesadilla or a burrito. They're probably my least Mexican.
That's 2.
things. Yeah, but they were tied for 5.
I thought you said you only had 5 on the list.
The rest,
so you lied.
Well, whatever. It's close enough for me. I don't like beans. They give me the wind something horrible. But a good quesadilla and
Give you the wind something horrible. What?
you never seen that movie? It gives you the wind something horrible.
What is that? Gone with the Wind?
Could be.
Yeah, I saw Chet Lemon passed away too. Oh yeah. Jim Irsay, I saw that while I was in the car waiting for C at practice.
You know who else passed away?
Who?
Like
As in like the owner of the Colts?
Yep.
Oh darn.
Yeah.
That's very like shitty of me to say, but
No, it's not. It's the truth. That guy. Oh well.
Well, I was trying to find the cause of death, and they said, well, he OD'd on something last year. I said, well, if that's true, I don't know. I don't know it well enough to speculate or know, but rest in peace, dude. And yeah, I forgot to mention Chet Lemon last week because I don't think we had a show, did we?
no.
Okay.
Joe Don Baker.
Okay.
Who?
Well, I know him. I know he's in other stuff, but I know him from Mystery Science Theater in the film Mitchell.
Oh, okay. The actor. Okay,
Yes.
I know you're talking from the 70s and 80s.
Yeah. I want to say he was in like a Gunsmoke or something of that type of ilk. I don't know what like westerny thing, but he was in that. And I don't think it was Gunsmoke, but it was something of that type of ilk. Final
John
Justice.
Baker. There he is.
Yeah, Mitchell. Mitchell, I can watch that one pretty much on a loop and not get bored. For what they say in there, it's like, oh, give me some gravy. Oh, I need some butter. Give me some gravy for that butter. Oh yeah, come on now, give it.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways,
Oh, he was in Walking Tall. He was in Goldeneye,
Walking Tall.
Cape
That was
Fear, Fletch, The Living Daylights.
what did he play in Walking Tall? Was he the dad?
I think let me go, 1973.
Oh, the original Walking Tall.
Yeah, the
Never
original
mind.
Walking Tall.
I thought you were talking about the remake.
He was
with,
in Mud. He was in The Natural. Dukes
Okay,
of Hazzard.
that's great. Thank you, research department.
You're welcome.
Number 5 for me, it's going to be a repeat of what Vinny said, but I'm going to go specific. Chicken quesadilla. So when I'm not in the mood for what I normally get out at a Mexican food restaurant, which is very simplistic, which will not be my number 1 on the list, by the way. But you can't go wrong with a chicken quesadilla. But I either want hot sauce or I want ranch to dip it in. Go figure. Go ahead, Dave. Go 5 and then 4. We'll do snake.
chicken chimichanga.
Okay.
4, it's
Hold on. I got to ask. Do you do queso on top or are you just doing straight chimichanga? Or does it matter?
I like the my hot sauce, the Chula hot sauce because I
Okay.
don't like Frank's. It's too vinegary. Tastes too much of the Chula doesn't. And then I can do like that in the queso.
No chili con carne, nothing. Okay.
No, take a bite of one, then dip it in the other, and
Okay.
then 4. It might be controversial, but it's a combo. I'm doing a Vinny, but they're in the same family. Salsa / queso. I mean,
Okay.
I put salsa on the eggs, burritos, pretty much anything that if it's around and you're thinking of it. Omelets, all that stuff. So I mean, it's always nearby chips, of course, and same with queso. I mean, queso,
Yep.
it's just good.
So I don't want to have a bunch of repeats because like of course you go to a Mexican food joint like chips and hot sauce. Let's face it, like that's a given because it's served to start off anything, and of course there's some places that are better than others. So what do I want to go with number 4? This could technically be somewhat controversial too because like you can get them anywhere, but nachos, whether it be fajita beef, fajita chicken, but like I want my nachos to have like meat, beans, and cheese, not just meat and cheese. I like it better with beans, meat, and cheese, which a lot of places don't do it. Again, like it's not a big deal. But again, nachos you can get anywhere. Like any American restaurant, you can get nachos, but it's a very, to me, it's a staple at a Mexican food joint though too. So nachos would be my number 4. Benny, number 4 and 3.
Number 4, basically chips and queso with beef and what have you. Pretty Pretty simplistic, pretty easy, pretty delicious. And then anything with carne asada steak, whether that's number 3. You can put that in a taco, roll it up, whatever. It's freaking good. So,
or just carne asada, period.
like, bang, done.
Let's see. Do I want to go specific or do I want to go generic? I'll go generic. So number 3 for me, and it's actually my go-to at almost every Mexican food restaurant I go to. Ground beef burrito smothered in queso. Always served with rice and beans, so it's like the combination. That's typically what I order everywhere, just for the simple fact that they can't really fuck it up. So, carne asada, they can freaking overcook it. They can undercook it. Chimichanga, same thing. Like chili relleno, like some of that stuff, like they can fuck it up. Burritos, it's ground beef and freaking flour tortillas smothered in queso with rice and beans. Like you normally can't fuck that up. So that is my go-to at the Mexican food restaurant. That's what I always get. Every once in a while, I will branch out, but that'll be my number 3. So, which is why I said, like, although it's my go-to, it's not my number 1.
You've got 4 for the next 3, and I don't know where I want to put, if I want to put this one at 3 or not, because you can have like a Tex-Mex chili.
Okay.
And again, I do like chili.
No, you don't.
So I kicked the taquito out. That was the one that I had in there. I do like taquitos.
Okay.
And that seems like more of an American type like take on it. But
kind of. Beef or chicken, or it doesn't matter.
I like chicken and I like flour tortillas. I hate corn tortillas. I hate them.
So you like flautas. Then you're referring to flautas.
Well, yeah, but again,
because taquitos are corn tortillas, flautas are flour.
Just going what's on the box. That's all I go.
Okay.
So number 2 would be fajitas. I mean, I just like, and it doesn't matter, beef or steak
Chicken.
or chicken. It's so good. Lots of peppers, lots of mushrooms, lots of onions, pepper jack cheese, and
I
then
can't do peppers. I hate green peppers.
oh, I can't without. That's the bad part. It's like it's just gotta be. And again, I don't vegetables raw. I'm gonna throw them all away. Vegetables cooked, soup and like fajitas. Oh god, it's a ridiculous amount of them. Asparagus, same with that. Just can fuck, mow through the shit. But yeah, fajitas, especially like again, you go to like a Chili's or Applebee's and you get like the sizzling shit. Oh, fuck, that's your cloud 9. So yeah.
Of course, that's cheating. Getting it from Chili's and Applebee's instead of getting.
Well, I mean, I like the same.
I get it,
but
I'm giving you shit, Dave, because like I get it. Because almost every place, it doesn't matter if it's quote unquote American or Mexican. It's always on that fucking sizzling hot plate.
Yeah.
So number 2. I'm staying away from sides. Like I love guac. I make some killer guac, but I'm staying away from the sides because like guacamole would be on my top 5, but I'm staying away from that. This is going to be fairly simplistic, but tacos are my number 2. Doesn't matter if it's soft tacos, crunchy tacos, double-decker tacos. It doesn't matter if it's ground beef, slow-cooked chicken. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, bean and cheese tacos. Like, those are fantastic freaking for breakfast if you can find a good place. Especially if they freaking overload the cheese. There's nothing better. But yeah, tacos would be my number 2. Vincenzo. Number 2 and what?
Is number 2. My friend Barb, who's Mexican, and she told me, she's like, Vinny, get the flautas at the restaurant. You will not be disappointed because you're a plain ass kind of guy.
Meat and cheese.
And the queso, when I'm at this restaurant in Minnesota, I could drink it. It's that freaking good. It's, oh my god, their queso is unbelievable. But the queso, the flauta, oh, my old boss's boss, when we went to his retirement dinner, that's where we went, and I had the flautas, and I could still taste them, and they're still delicious. Number 1, there was a place in Pittsburgh that I had them for the first time. Goat cheese on your tacos. Oh, there is not. It's goat cheese and tacos, beef or like regular beef or steak. Either one in a taco.
Yeah, I'm passing on goat cheese.
And I had those in Pennsylvania and Pittsburgh. First time I had them, and then when I go to any restaurant, I'm like, "Is your cheese goat cheese by chance?" Well, yes, it is. Well, you could double up that little bit of stuff, sunshine, on my tacos, please. My tacos.
Ay.
You could tell the difference between, like there's a place by Haley's. She got it for her birthday. We had it 2 years in a row. That's what she picked. And I was just sitting there waiting because they don't have beef tacos. You have either chicken. It's in the back of a party store. Jeff will know what a party store is. Basically, it's a liquor store, and it's got a convenience store in it too. And it's like 7-Eleven, but bigger with a lot of alcohol. And it's in the back of this store, and it's small, and their Mexican food is so freaking good. But their tacos have goat cheese, and they're friggin' fabulous. Their steak tacos, oh, they're good.
Okay. So, this is probably surprising, but I have code number 1s. So, my code. So I'll start with fajitas. I know that was like high on your list, Dave, but fajita chicken, fajita beef. Most places you can't get mushrooms, but I'm with you. Like, mushrooms on a freaking fajita are fantastic. Sauteed onions, I'm good with. Lots of fucking cheese. I hate the smell, and I hate the taste of green peppers. So, like, you can cook the vegetables in them. It doesn't completely take over the flavor of the onions if they're sauteed correctly. But fajitas, definitely. And then homemade fucking tamales. Doesn't matter, beef, pork, bean. I don't give a shit. Homemade fucking tamales. There is nothing fucking better than buying them from a random, and I'm not going racial, but random Hispanic individual, whether it be male, female, and it's like mom, grandmother, aunt, whatever, freaking who make the fucking tamales.
Abuela.
I wasn't going Spanish here.
Espanol.
Cállate la pinche boca, pendejo.
Wow.
Caliente.
I'm not hot.
Oh, caliente. Yeah.
Chupa mi verga. Anyways, so yeah, homemade tamales. All right, Vincenzo.
Already done.
Oh, it's Dave. It's Dave, number one. I forget.
And shocking.
Drum roll, please.
Burritos. That's just.
What kind, though, Dave? Or
Yeah,
does it matter? Are you like me when it comes to tacos? Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like,
usually chicken, and I like it when it has like the rice, some
Okay.
sort of tomato in it, cheese sauce, even like beans. I don't get the more, but get olives away from any of it. I'll fucking shoot you on the spot. Allegedly,
olives don't belong in.
I know, but I'm just saying. I've seen it on like the nachos, and that's where I get grumpy. I'm like, no, this is yeah.
I can understand olives somewhat on nachos more than I can in other, like on top of like a burrito or
Yeah.
that makes no fucking sense to me.
No, you're just adding shit to it. You just want to doctor it up. I'm like, no, you don't need to.
Or you're adding color, and it
Yeah.
doesn't need color if it's drowned in like fucking queso.
I like I like them not grilled, but when you put them in the pan and just let let the soft shell harden up a little.
Crisp it a little bit.
Yeah, especially if the inside's nice and loaded with cheese. Oh yes, please.
So I mean, I guess you could technically call it a grilled burrito. So like some of
I
the
mean,
shit that they have at like Taco Bell, where they actually like put it, it's almost like in a pita machine or whatever.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, we've done it on the camping trip, just on a pan and two, where you just
Oh yeah.
take the flipper and flip it over. But it's like, yeah, it's so good.
As long as it's not too crispy. But
No,
I'm okay with
less
that
than
too.
a minute total for both. You just want to get a little brown, just a little crunchy, nothing. But yeah, chicken preferably, but I'm not going to turn to a beef one or shredded pork or any. It doesn't matter. It's just line them up. Yeah, I was trying to think of like Trista was trying to help me with like thinking of shit because I can't even fucking think. I don't know. Like all I can think of is like gorditas and shit like that from Taco Bell. That's all I think of, like the verbiage from there.
But I mean,
So,
like Mexican food is a little bit limited to a degree. I mean, yes, there's variations of certain things, but I mean, the bulk of it is, fajitos, tacos, burritos, chimichangas, chili relleno, flautas, taquitos, uh, carne asada, and then like from a breakfast perspective, like huevos rancheros. You've got guacamole, you've got pico de gallo, you've got, you know what I mean? It's like there's like a set. It's not like fucking Italian where like the fucking sky's the limit. The only thing that there's multiple choices when it comes to Mexican food is on certain things are the type of sauces. Whether you go chili con carne, you go verde, uh, you go fucking uh, queso, white, yellow. Like that's where you start getting into the enchiladas. I didn't mention fucking enchiladas when I was going down the shit of fucking. But there's still a limitation. So and when I think Mexican food, I don't think Taco Bell or Taco Bueno, even though like
well, no, I know.
I love Taco Bueno. But like there's two Mexican food joints that we go to, I'll say frequently. But like my kid orders the same thing pretty much no matter where we go. Cheese enchiladas. I order the same thing. Beef burritos with queso. So like, and every once in a while I'll branch out. I'll get like carne asada if I'm in the mood.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like, it's hard to pay the price for carne asada and you're concerned that maybe they fuck it up. Or
Yep.
like it's cooked right or it's very bland. Like that's not supposed to be bland. There's supposed to be some flavor to it.
No, yeah.
So I'm very cognizant and very like cautious when I'll try it at each place at some point, but it's definitely something that like goes in the memory bank. It's like, yeah, okay, that was bad. And you're always going to pay, like fajitas and carne asada are always going to be your most expensive Mexican food.
Yeah.
So like you expect it to be fucking good if you're going to pay the price.
Yeah.
It's no different, going to a steak joint and paying, $20 or $30 for a freaking steak, and it's garbage. Same thing.
No. Yeah, you spend $20, $24, 25, and it's like it better be not the best ever, but you don't want something that's dry or fucking overcooked.
It still better be like, it still better be fucking good. I'm not expecting it to be like cut it with the fork. I don't have my expectations to that point, but like it better have flavor. And if I order it medium, it better be either medium or medium rare.
Yeah.
Because like 99% of the time, okay, that's a little bit of a stretch. But 85% of the time I order my steak medium, I get it medium rare. It's like, what's the point in asking me what I want when you still bring me a step down from what I want?
Mm-hmm.
Like I can eat medium rare. I mean, that's the reason why I stick with medium.
Yeah.
Because I can still enjoy it medium rare. As long as it's not medium rare. And yeah, there is. Sorry. Amber alert. Houston. So, yeah, good topic. I love Mexican food. One of my favorites. The kiddo loves Taco Bell. Not a huge fan of Taco Bell, but I got to please the kiddo. I love Taco Bueno, but like you guys don't have Taco Bueno up north.
That is correct.
But if you ever make it south enough, at least like if you have Taco Bueno, you can at least tell it's ground beef. Like Taco Bell, do you really know it's ground beef? Charlie, get out of the blinds. Taco Bueno, it's ground beef.
Let's take I-55 South and I-44 West.
Really?
In 17 hours and 2 minutes and 1,182 miles later, I'll be at Taco Bueno.
I'd always say, like, next time I make it up north, I'll bring you some. But by then it would be super cold and I would have to drive.
And the closest one to me is south of Dallas.
It shouldn't be south of Dallas.
Well, that's the one they gave me. It is ways after all.
Yeah, we won't talk about ways. Yeah. I'd like to shoot that fucking bitch.
I changed it. I got annoyed with her voice the other day, so I changed it. And they're like, Meredith's like, change it back. I'm like, no, I don't want to.
No, that's fucking trauma. That just brings back trauma.
Trauma and a half.
Fucking snatch cunt.
100 feet exit. What?
You mean the one we just passed?
Yeah.
No, the one you should have told us freaking a quarter mile up the road so I could have freaking not been in the far left-hand lane.
Hold on, boys.
Shit. Just
Listen
thankful it was
here,
freaking
old
as late as
boy.
what it was. There was
Oh.
nobody on the road.
No.
Still can't believe fucking I caught air though.
Oh.
God. And I know we talked about it so many times, but it is not an exaggeration. Like, I don't think anybody truly understands, people are taking it as a figurative speech. No. Caught
Yeah,
air.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I hate that fucking bitch. I don't know. I was going somewhere and somebody else was navigating. So they had like the shit on their phone. And I'm like, is that fucking Waze? Yes. Turn that shit off. I'm pulling up Google Maps. What's the issue? That bitch almost got me and all my friends fucking killed in Chicago. Well, what do you mean? I'm not even going to go into the story, but
We were in
I
Chicago.
just told you.
We were in Chicago and we were following the GPS in the Explorer, and it like died halfway. It's like turn right. I said, if we turn right, I'm in the friggin' water. If I turn left, I'm falling over an embankment in the middle of the city. So I turned on Waze and it got us out of there. But I actually, we were leaving the tournament, I put in there to avoid the city, and it actually got us around. And like Meredith said, man, I wish we'd have done that coming in, because good God, the traffic is just, I thought Detroit traffic was rough. Holy piss. Chicago traffic is, it's not as bad as Philly, but it's pretty freaking close.
Well, it got us around the traffic too, but like I seriously feel as though every time we left or came back, it was always a different way.
Yeah.
It like I don't feel like it took us the same way, like
No.
twice.
Never.
So, but wrap us up, Dave.
Oh, so thank you all for watching. No sports pulling everybody every which direction, but spent any time with us tonight, we thank you and appreciate you actually. So
Hey, but we touched on all topics, so
until
Write that
next
on
week.
write that on the calendar.
Depending on what transpires tomorrow, just be alert again for what day it's going to be. Because if we somehow win 2 tomorrow, it's next Tuesday we play in Grand Rapids. So
Grand Rapids,
do I
Michigan.
expect that?
Grand Rapids,
No.
Minnesota. They
Right.
have one too.
Shockingly. So just be aware of that when the placeholder, whenever it goes up, goes up. So for Vincenzo, for Steve, I'm a tired Dave. This has been the IRP. Remember, collecting cards, it's a wonderful hobby. The friendships you form and the jerseys and helmets you wear along the way, that's what really matters.
And pads. They bring you joy.